New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
What's going on? This is Jay Ellis from Knick Of Time Show here to give you that Knicks talk just in Knick of time. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed today. The Knicks lose to the Spurs, 126 to 130. We were on our way to a 4-game winning streak. We ran into a buzzsaw in the Spurs, who are now on their own 3-game winning streak. And it was a special night today because Brunson was really was something, man. He took 61 points, the second most points dropped by any Knick in Knicks history, but we just fell short. We just needed a little bit of help. But the Spurs had some help too. They had Wemby. They might have had a little bit of help from the refs, but we're gonna talk about it all: the good, the bad, the ugly. Well, before I even talk about that, I'm gonna just introduce you to my guys. First and foremost, it's the man, the myth, the legend, the guy with the stats and the facts.
Right, he's in the building. It happens. You're not gonna win every game. You're gonna have one or two letdowns in the season. It happens, but these refs. Yeah, we think that they on FanDuel, they on MGM or one of these other betting sites because the free throw discrepancy is crazy.
Yeah, and of course you already know it is our excellent D1 baller in the building. What's going on, Ebony? I know you got some stuff to get off your chest.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch to get off my chest. We'll wait till we get to the the show. I'm a little disappointed, a lot angry. Um, One thing I know we're not supposed to blame the ref, and we always say win the game, don't put it in the ref's hand. I hate that statement because a ref can 100% change a game and influence it away. So whether it's putting fouls on your player that you need, so you have to change your rotations, or whether it's not giving the fouls. 61 points and only 6 free throws. That's on your point guard that's small stature. They're reaching, smacking constantly, and they don't give him anything. But Wemby, the flailing giraffe, you can't blow on him, and they call a foul, and you don't want to influence the game by calling a tech. But because Pop should have got one in Keldon Johnson for jumping up and down the way he did on a foul. You fouled him, Keldon Johnson. And
Sure did.
but they're quick to call the jump ball violation. What? And didn't even go look. They could have looked at it because can't you look at 30? Was it a minute or less? They can look at it if they choose to.
Yeah, sure did.
Like if they're not sure,
Sure
they
can.
didn't even do that. So yeah.
It's interesting. Jalen Brunson in general. First of all, Jalen Brunson is just incredible. I was watching it thinking, damn, we are so lucky to have this guy because we were struggling defensively to start the game. Really, we were a step slow. And I couldn't foresee, I don't think anybody could foresee Jalen Brunson having career highs tonight because just the way he started off rhythm, missing a few shots that he usually makes. And then he just catches fire. He gives you 21 points at halftime with 6 assists. In the third quarter, he puts his team on his back and you look up and he's like, oh wow, he has 50 points and we're in the fourth quarter and we got a lot of time left. And I'm looking at these Melo numbers thinking, oh, he has a chance to beat Melo. So I just for a team, when a team struggles and they can't find an answer, sometimes you have the you're fortunate to have to look over to your left or right if you're a Knicks player and go, wow, we have a superstar to carry us for these moments, and he carried us, and that's why Jalen Brunson is indeed that 1A that Becky says he isn't, because he definitely carried us. Now, unfortunately, we probably needed more of a 1B today because of he was worn down, and when you don't get calls for 4 quarters and you score 60 straight buckets with only going to the free throw line a few times, you might get a little bit worn down when you get to the fourth quarter. And really, if you're looking at the way the whistle has been going, Jalen Brunson in general doesn't get that many calls to me. But ever since All-Star break, I don't know if you guys have noticed the trend, but Jalen Brunson in particular, he does not really get to the foul line anymore. And it's not like they're fouling him less. But even the last game, I think he scored 40 last time. I think he went to the line like twice or 3 times. And I'm not sure if he's had gone to the line more than like 6 or 7 times in this stretch. I think he's averaged probably like 4 trips a game ever since the All-Star break. So I definitely want to keep an eye on that, which kind of makes this scoring output even that much more special because he's doing this without getting to the line. He's just giving you buckets. But man, it's frustrating watching that, but it's also special watching what Jalen Brunson can do for a franchise. We just need to figure out other ways to score when it comes to crunch time and figure out how to beat the other team and beat the refs too. I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it was a tough loss. There were definitely some tough calls, throughout the game, that definitely favored the Spurs. And the refs just haven't it's to me it's like they haven't realized how Jalen Brunson has ascended this season. They're still treating him like as if he's a Jalen Brunson with the Mavericks. You know what I mean? Like it's like they're not giving him that respect where it's like, he's actually a top 10 MVP candidate. I mean, even NBA.com, they don't have him in the top 10 in the MVP candidate, which is crazy to me because if you look at the Knicks have been injured all season. 3 starters out for the majority of the season. They just got 1 starter back with Mitchell Robinson, which we're hoping that he's okay because he looked hobbled towards the end of the game. And this man's been carrying the load, and yet it's like the NBA don't respect him because he's not in the top 10 of the MVP candidates right now. And then on top of that, as you watch these games, you see that he's constantly getting contact on him, and the refs are not calling fouls for him, but yet you look at other players to see how the refs are catering to them, giving them calls, whatever the case may be. So I don't know what it's going to take for Brunson to get that respect, but on offense, I felt like no one else really had it going like that.
Yeah.
Like, like McBride was missing open shots. Dante wasn't shooting bad. He was 7 of 13. But I thought the Spurs did a good job of guarding everybody else and just leaving it to Brunson to try to carry the load, which is what he did. The Spurs did try to double team him late, but but that was basically the Spurs plan. The Spurs took away everybody else and just forced Brunson to go one-on-one. And the Spurs like, you know what, Brunson, you're gonna have to beat us by yourself because we're not gonna allow anybody else to get off. And so you have to give the Spurs credit on that part. And Brunson shows again 61 points on 25 of 47 shooting, I think. Yeah, which is crazy. So it's just one of those games where it's like Knicks are playing good. The Spurs are on a pretty good run themselves. I think the Spurs won their last 2 games, and they're now on a 3-game winning streak. And then on top of that, yeah, I think you have to also remember as well when the Knicks faced the Spurs early in the season, they were facing a Wembanyama that was still pretty new to the league, and he's still trying to figure things out. And now Wembanyama is playing like as if, he's like one of the stars in the league, and he's getting used to the NBA now, and so it's a different Wembanyama. Yeah, so it's a different Wembanyama the Knicks are facing, and yeah, overall, like I said, it's just one of those games where it's like, you're not going to win every game. You're going to have letdowns here and there throughout the season. I'm just proud to see that the Knicks fought. They were gritty this game, and they really tried everything. They left it all on the court to try to get the win. Sometimes it doesn't happen. It's basketball. You're not going every time. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. If I could say, get my negatives out right now. Get the negatives out real quick. I felt like we played. Remember, like the 2023 Knicks. Before the trade, where we were given a lot of open threes, and today I don't know if it was tired or whatever it was, but our effort wasn't there. Our effort and energy wasn't there today in the game. That first half, we were just letting them shoot. I get they're not a great 3-point shooting team, which is crazy because shout out to Deej. We were talking about how Wemby has not been shooting well at all, and you should let him, take the shots. And he killed us from there. He hurt us from 3-point line. He hit like two or three big threes, like huge threes actually. So I just want I don't want to see that. I don't want us to regress back into those giving up people free run at the rim you could shoot your way into good, rhythm like they did. They haven't been a shooting team. Wemby wasn't good in a shooting streak. He wasn't shooting well, and you couldn't tell it by today. He got a lot of good looks. And so did Vassell. We couldn't stop him. We just couldn't stop Vassell.
Yeah.
And I think that was part of Brunson being angry because he felt they were targeting him. And I think Vassell was even chatting, talking to him. I seen he hit a three and looked at Steph, looked at Brunson or whatever it was. And when we came back in the second half, it was a different Brunson. So again, Brunson is my favorite version.
Absolutely.
But I just felt that the defense wasn't today. It was a couple of miscommunications we had on a big play. I believe it was like fourth quarter. It was a miscommunication between I think Dante and Josh Hart, and got a bucket. We just little things like that. We got to make sure it doesn't happen anymore because we're trying to get into shape for playoffs.
Nah, I agree.
But
I agree.
yeah,
Like you said, I mean, the defense to me was the problem. And ironically enough, our best defensive guys in Deuce and Dante were the guys to me who kind of faltered the most in that first half to start the snowball. And then I felt like when it got to the second quarter, the second unit, they really didn't do a good job of getting back on defense. And I think that kind of helped blow the game open. It was the turnovers. But I just remember seeing Dante being late, covering their shooters. I saw Deuce get beat backdoor. I saw Deuce get beat a few times more than I'm used to seeing Deuce get beat.
Yeah.
In that first half.
Mm-hmm.
So I was out, and then we looked up, and you're down 21 points. And you're like, wait, what's happening right now? This is the Spurs. We should not be down 21 points to the Spurs. And granted, we clawed our way back, but it took a lot of energy to claw our way back. And that's the thing, when you have to claw your way back from being in a deficit, sometimes you run out of steam once you get to the end because you're just so tired because you had to almost play perfect to get back in the game. And I feel like that's how we got caught a little bit.
Yeah, shout out to Tony Banks from Twitter. He had a tweet. I told him I would shout him out because he made me laugh because I'm over it too. I think I'm over Bogey for real right now. He said Bogey plays defense with his chest. And
Yeah.
I cracked up because he definitely plays defense with his chest. My man, no feet moving, just I'm over Bogey. I am.
Yeah, yo.
It's
Bogey.
like one every 3 games, and every other game, not even every other game. We get a surprise game every once in a while. And I'm sorry, we was having a debate. I was having a debate with somebody on Twitter, and they was talking about Grimes again. But I'm like, okay, we got two people doing what Grimes was doing before with the shooting, not hitting the shots, but they're not doing the other part of Grimes. That's my whole thing. Like, do something else. It was the first half. He ain't even run back on defense. It was his man just beat him off from transition.
Yeah.
So it's the effort. Give me something, Bogey. Give me some effort. Trip somebody. Do something. Act like you care. Act like you care. Like, come on.
Yeah, it was frustrating. It was
Yeah.
frustrating watching. Go ahead, Ryan.
No, I'm just saying it's kind of crazy that Ebony mentioned Grimes because it seems like if Grimes was still with the Knicks, we probably would even have him. We probably wouldn't even have him right now because he's out for the
Facts.
season
He
with
actually,
Detroit Pistons. So Grimes wouldn't even be playing with us right now. But
they
yeah,
ain't playing
Bogey.
with us either. The two we
Yeah,
got, they ain't playing with
Yeah,
us.
no, they
yeah,
not. They still have vacation.
they definitely not.
Yo.
But yeah, Bogey's defense is just atrocious. And the thing is, here's my thing with Bogey. I could look past the bad defense if he was actually shooting the ball well. You know, if he was actually knocking in his open shots. You know, when he takes his one dribble mid range jumper, if he was actually knocking those shots in, it kind of negates the bad defense. Where it's like, okay, you can keep him on the floor because he's at least knocking in his shots. But when he's not knocking in his shots,
It's
he's just
rough.
useless on the court.
Yeah, it's definitely rough. And we got more defenders around him now, and it's still looking bad. But
Yeah.
it just is what it is. He just got to play better. He just has to
Yeah.
play better at this point. And yo, back to this free throw thing. I pulled up some numbers just to see how bad it's been with Brunson and not getting to the free throw line. I'm okay. So I'm looking. Let's see. We have February February 22nd is when we were back from All-Star break, right? Right. And then, okay, free throws attempted. My bad. I'm letting you know, I have not slept much, so my brain waves are working at half speed. So I'm just letting you know right now. All right. So, all right, cool. So 22nd, all right, he shot 11 free throws, which is good on the 22nd. Then he got 6 free throws. Then he got 11. This is when it gets crazy. 1 free throw, 0 free throws, 0 free throws, 8 free throws, 3 free throws. It's like, wait, what? Since when do you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games where you having like your highest input output is 8 free throws, and then you have a 0 free throw game for Jalen Brunson as much as he gets to the hole? Then they just said we don't like Portland, so we're gonna just call every foul against Portland, and he had 17 free throws versus Portland. And then there was like no more after that. 4 free throws, 8 free throws, 3 free throws, 0 free throws, 5 free throws, and 2 free throws. So to put it in perspective, if you look at his shot chart or his free throw rate before All-Star break, he's never had a 0 free throw game before that. Like, so I don't know what's happening. I mean, I know what's happening. They're trying to call less fouls, but when it came to Jalen Brunson, I felt like they never gave him the fouls anyway, and now I feel like it's even more extreme, and that needs to be fixed, especially in crunch time. I still remember there was like, as tired as you are, I still remember getting smacked. The bucket goes in, should have been an easy and 1 call, and they just let him play on. Meanwhile, Wemby is 20 years old, granted, a phenomenal player, 20 years old. He's getting the Jordan whistles in year 1. Like, I just need some consistency. That's really what it is. And not to say everything's on the rest, because the Knicks, at the end of the day, you got to play defense for 4 quarters and not a half. So I don't want to be like, this is all the rest for it, because we did not play defense in that first half. And we decided to do it in the second half. But the free throw thing I've been noticing since All-Star break. All right. But also, besides that, when teams start to focus on Jalen Brunson sometimes, there's certain players on the team who I know aren't afraid to take a shot. Dante is one of them. I feel like Deuce is one of them as well. But I think the rest of the team gets a little tentative. And Hartenstein, I put Hartenstein, he's not afraid to take a shot. Josh Hart and Precious, to me, are those guys. They're really intangible guys. But when the game gets really tight, they make decisions out of panic sometimes. And that's what hurt us. Like, Josh Hart had a great game. I think he had a triple-double. Might have had a triple-double. But there's a few times when the game was really tight, and he's in floater territory. He's 6-7 feet from the basket. Hardly anybody in front of him. They're dropping off of him still when he's 6 feet from the basket, and he tries to pass it to somebody, and it's a deflection, a turnover, or something of that nature.
Yeah, he had a wide open layup, and he passed it out. I don't think he realized he was so wide open. Definitely, and it's crazy because when he's up against pressures, when he shoots the best to me, when he got no time to think, he normally makes that 3-pointer.
Right.
So just let it fly, It's I don't know. With pressures, I thought he should have went back up for the
3 seconds
for that
left, down
last
2.
possession.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I definitely thought I don't know if Brunson taking a 3, he thought we needed a 3, prior, just not being focused, like in the the moment of time it happens. But I also another game I thought we should have seen Jericho in them. It was some precious minutes in that part that I thought maybe he should have played next to Sims instead of just being the 5, especially playing against Wemby. I thought that, I get they were trying different things. You want to see the different results. I understand that. But I would have preferred if Sims had gotten some more minutes today.
Yeah, I agree. Whenever I see a mobile 5 in general, I want to try Sims. That's just
me too.
that's just
Yeah.
my take. Exactly. I know Ebony always feels the same way I do about
Yeah,
Huh.
me too.
the Precious after 5 minutes. Like I said, great guy, great defensive guy. When he has to play those other behemoth looking fives, it's never a good deal. And just to be fair, Wimby cooked everybody.
Yeah.
He cooked Hartenstein. Hartenstein kind of figured them out in the fourth quarter. It took about 3 quarters to figure it out. But I think by that time the refs were just calling any kind of ticky-tack foul on him and got Hartenstein up out of there.
Yeah.
Like,
And I understand why Brunson took the 3. You're not trying to go into a second overtime. You know how they go on the road, you go for the win.
Yeah.
On the road, you go. I get it. Would I have liked him to tie it up? Sure. But go for the 2, the easy 2. I really did, but I understand why they go for the 3. You don't wanna be on the road more than you have to be,
Now I agree. And I also kind of feel like by that time he was kind of wearing down a little bit.
Definitely. He missed a bunch of easy attempts. Like his easiest attempts came in like that like the overtime fourth quarter, in the fourth quarter thing. He got a layup he missed. He got a floater he missed, and it wasn't that contested, I guess, because he was so open. He rushed it, and that happens too. But yeah, I thought we had plenty of chances, definitely, to take this. But it is what it is. It's the L. And right, like you mentioned before, they're on a 3-game winning streak. They just beat Utah and they beat Phoenix before us. I'm still mad though.
I'm upset at the situation. I'm upset at these refs. I still feel like we're in a good place. We're pretty much in 50 burger territory. I'm mad the Cavs won. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy that
the Magic lost.
Huh?
Yeah, Magic lost at least.
Yeah, Magic lost. I'll take that. I wanted this game. This would have been a nice game to get because the schedule gets a little tougher after this.
Yeah.
So I wanted this game, but I'll take what we got.
What I don't want, Jay, though, to happen anymore after the game, before this game, sorry, is the ball movement being laxed again. And the ball and play movement, it was a lot of stagnant today. A lot of one-on-ones from everybody. I don't want to see that anymore. I thought we was I don't know. It makes the game harder, as you can see.
That they just started to clear out.
Yeah, no, I'm not that third quarter. I'm not talking about that. That was he's burning. Brunson burner. You keep feeding a hot hand. I'm talking about prior to that. It was a lot of one-on-ones.
And it was just a lot of chippies missed too. Like even Deuce. Today, Deuce was a little non-existent in that first quarter. That third, fourth quarter when the Spurs went on a run, Deuce missed a lot of shots how he usually makes. He missed a lot of easy floaters that just rimmed in and out. Like little things like that, I felt like is like, man, that was a difference in the game. Because if Deuce is hitting those little floaters, we don't go down by 12. Brunson gets a little bit more rest. The game is looking a little different, but it's just a game of inches sometimes. Like like they said on any given Sunday,
we missed a lot of easy buckets. When you think about it, Josh Hart had a couple easy buckets he had missed right there, layup wise. Deuce, like you mentioned, Brunson. Dante really didn't go to the rim like that today. But I know he was chasing that record. I get it.
John Bean says Spurs fans cussing him out. The whole you in Texas, man, holding it down, man.
There were definitely mad Knicks fans at the Spurs home too. You looked in the crowd. You saw mad blue and orange.
Sure did. I forgot we was
it's 2 places a lot of New Yorkers moved to, and I know that for facts because I went to school in Texas, and I went to school with people still that I knew from New York. That's not crazy. Like I bumped into people from my junior high school, whatever it was, that went to the school. So it's 2 places that New Yorkers love to move to, and that's Texas and Florida.
For sure.
Facts.
We go all up in Florida.
For real.
We might have to leave Florida being crazy now. I don't even know what's happening in Florida with the we not get political.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go to either one of those places to live. They're great to visit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Texas. Texas, I love Texas. You
Get
know,
you
still
get
got a
out.
lot of peoples and family. But to live, no. That I'm sorry, I can't do
Yeah, yeah, those Florida and Texas states are definitely some wild places to live.
Yo, salute to the
But
chat. Yo, if y'all here at almost midnight talking Knicks basketball, y'all are real Knicks fans. Y'all are real KOT fans. So we salute y'all.
and we appreciate you.
Yes,
Facts.
because you could be anywhere else,
Uh,
but you here kicking it.
exactly.
Exactly.
But you hear,
But you
see,
here
eh,
kicking it.
Tuning in.
yeah.
You
But I want to talk about real quick about Deuce. I know he didn't hit. What happened? Go ahead.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna just
You got something?
I just want to say something to the chat real quick. Chat,
Go
it
ahead, do
is
your thing.
Fan Fridays. So just to remind you guys that Fan Fridays is the time where you can kind of you can join the chat via video. So if you click that link, there's a link pinned to the top, and there's also a link that I'm sending right here in the chat. If you click that link, you can join us via video and talk Knicks with us. So shout out to you guys who want to participate in Fan Fridays. Here's your chance to do that right now. All right, cool. All right, now back to Ebony. What was you saying, Ebony?
About Deuce, he you know he didn't hit his shots that he normally has been making today, but his impact on the defensive end, his hustle saved a lot of points today
Yeah.
and kept us in the game actually. He had a possession. He started off the third quarter, you know, with a great setup pass to iHeart. And I know we talk about his creativity, his playmaking ability, but these last couple of games, he's showing again growth.
Yeah.
He's gotten especially today. I thought he had a couple of nice passes. I think it was a pass in the first quarter that he had set up. Who did he set up? I can't remember exactly who it was, but it was a nice little pocket pass. It might have been iHeart again. So he's definitely working with that, and his hustle, his nonstop effort helped us a lot today. He had that steal, get himself an easy bucket, then turned around and had a charge attempt. Was it the charge? I think that was the play.
I don't understand how that wasn't a
Yeah,
charge. I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand.
No,
yeah.
not the one that didn't call. Not the one they called the offense. He had another. He stood there like it was almost an open layup. And his rotation, he stood there and he tried to avoid him and he missed the layup. And it led to a Dante three that I think we took the lead with or cut the lead to one either. Or I can't remember exactly what the lead what it was at that time, but it was either we took it or they cut the lead down to like one.
Okay.
And I thought I was like, okay, McBride, like, you know, his defense impact was felt today, very much so.
Not for sure.
And I saw his growth on the other end also. I mean, you know, the playmaking ability. So he's trying to round his game out.
No, he definitely is. He had 4 steals today.
Yeah.
A lot of the reason why we started even cleaning up the fast break points was Deuce was getting back and disrupting all those long football passes. He pretended like he was playing football again and ran down the court and deflected those passes with 4 steals. So he definitely did. He definitely was he's grown. He's been growing. He definitely been growing. For me, even the passing for Deuce to me has been there. The thing though with passers sometimes is the pass isn't always there if you're not a scoring threat. You know what I mean? Because then what happens in the NBA is they don't even play up on you. They just lay off. So that they lay off, they just taking your passing lanes away. So to me, having him being able to be a scoring threat, his handle getting better, getting to the paint and dishing all to me, I feel like all that is aiding in his playmaking ability. So which is why I'm loving what I see from Deuce this year. In general, the passing for this team has been great. Jalen Brunson, I complained about him not throwing a lot of patches to Mitch. He was in there with Mitch for the first few minutes. Mitch immediately receives 2 lob passes, 2 beautiful lob passes from Jalen Brunson. So definitely like the passes from them. And Ebony called Hart's playmaking earlier last month as well. Your Hart's had some really nice passes lately. Like
That's
really,
what I was about to talk about too. See, you be reading my mind, Jay.
Listen, man, this is why. This is why Ebony be watching.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, but he has some really nice passes, like some passes that maybe go, okay, that's like point guard level passing. This is not just I'm a second. He's doing a couple of oops in the last few days. A couple of pocket pass. Did he throw a pocket pass? I'm not sure. I know he do a couple of oops today though. He threw like an overhead pass a few days ago over the top of the defense. His passing has gotten a lot better because usually, Hart gets his 10 assist games or 8 assist games. To me, a lot of times he would just get it because he pushes the ball in the fast break and he just makes the simple pass to the 3-point line, and that's how he gets in a lot of his assists. But the difficulty level on his assists lately has just kind of stepped up, and it's making me keep my eye out on the good way. Like, okay, I see you. So I just been liking the pass exactly. Him and Hartenstein, both Harts have been passing really good. Like the pass. This is the type of pass that reminds me when Hartenstein reminds me of Draymond Green sometimes, and this new offense kind of reminds me of Steph-ish because they'll have Jalen Brunson running around a lot. So Jalen Brunson, he would try to ISO, pass the ball to Hart, and then he'll relocate and Hart. I mean, Jalen Brunson will try to isolate, pass the ball to Hartenstein, and then he'll relocate, and Hartenstein give him the ball right back for an easy score. That's the stuff that Draymond and Steph does all the time. Which is why when I look at him, I'm like, he reminds me of Draymond sometimes, the way he makes plays and how they allow Jalen Brunson to just kind of run off of screens. Like if we start to lean into that, which we are, we can definitely be dangerous. I hope we keep that wrinkle in the team when Julius Randle gets back. And shoot, I hope Julius Randle gets back.
I heard somebody gave I don't know which sports network, but they supposedly gave a date.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be back April 5th.
Really?
Yeah, ESPN.
Yeah,
but
I don't believe that because they said it then.
But also Ian Begley also said the other day that Randall should be back before the season ends. I think he said that like a couple days ago, whatever the case may be. So I think Randall will come back. I think he's on schedule. I just think that, I think the fact that the Knicks are doing so well right now, I think they're kind of holding him back a bit and like probably bringing him back until it's like last minute where it's like, okay, now we need to bring him back and, get him, get his rhythm going before the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, according to what they're saying, they say Randall should be back before the end of the season.
End of the season is in 2 weeks, isn't it?
I hope so. Let's get this gelling going.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get this gelling. Going.
I just wanted to chime in real quick about the Josh Hart thing. Yes, he is evolved. He's definitely. I noticed his playmaking ability. He's getting more comfortable and better at it. Like is evolving. He's definitely evolving. He had the lobs. He had a couple lobs, and I'm like, all right. So he got the lob going. He getting ready for Mitch. You get what I'm saying? When they on the bench together, there you go. That's gonna look nice. I'm waiting. So to have Randle back, that might probably mean Josh Hart goes back to the bench.
Yeah,
and he probably will be the one that goes back. And I'm to see the connection with him and Mitch. I'm gonna be watching that to see how that looks. But I agree. That was the biggest thing to me that was missing from today was the passing. That's when we came back. We started moving the ball, assisting. I think we opened up the second half with 2 assists. I believe it was Deuce to iHeart and then iHeart to Brunson. That pass you was talking about, the back door pass.
Right.
Those happened on back to back possessions. So and then that kind of got Brunson on his burner. He just took over after that. Like, all right, I got
this.
Yeah,
I hear you.
I got it now. But the Spurs did what I like to do to other teams. What I call for us to do to other teams. You let Brunson be Brunson.
Yeah.
And then you shut everybody else down. And then the second half, or in this case, the overtime, then now you blitz them and let somebody else beat you. And you've seen we struggle because we were 1-on-1 basically the whole quarter. Lots of 1-on-1. So I would like to, we need ball movement. We need that to help others get the easy shot and keep people involved. And so teams can't do what they did today to us.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, facts. And I did like one thing that Thibs did though, because seeing how Brunson was really the only one that had it going, and Brunson pretty much took over the whole fourth quarter and overtime. and seeing that the way the Spurs were playing defense, I did like the fact that, and it's kind of an old school kind of play too, where you just move everybody to one side of the floor and you allow your player to go 1-on-1, because it makes it harder for that team to double team, and Brunson, and then Brunson on, I think Trey Jones was guarding him. Like Brunson was cooking that dude all night, so it's like if you allow Brunson to go against a 1-on-1, Brunson gonna get that bucket because Jones wasn't able to hold Brunson all night. So I did like that adjustment Thibs made towards, like, I think the end of the fourth and overtime as well in crucial bucket situations. But yeah, but when you look at it as a grand scheme of things, though, I don't want too much isolation ball, and I would rather the Knicks move the ball around more to get easier baskets and things of that nature.
Yeah, when you got Randle, listen, whenever Randle gets back, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game because to be told, like, Brunson scored 60, 61 today. Brunson doesn't have these crazy scoring outputs with Randle here because he doesn't have to do it with Randle's here. You can take a couple of plays off. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that, if in a pressure situation, Randle gets that rebound instead of Precious Achiuwa getting that rebound, Randle goes right back up. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is at this point. Learning experience. Sucks to lose this game in overtime. Probably could have been double overtime.
Yeah.
But you just gotta take this out, man. We gotta take this out.
Yeah. We gotta take this L. And it hurts because you know what we're trying to get.
Yeah.
Trying to get that. We trying to get that 2-3 seed, man. We right in the 3 seed though. The 3 seed ain't necessarily bad. 3 seed ain't necessarily bad. I am absolutely fine being Anthony. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
I will lose no sleep being Anthony.
Facts.
And what's the NBA schedule looking like lately? Let me just check this. What's the Knicks schedule looking like?
Got the Thunder next.
Ooh.
Thunder, Heat, Kings.
And
That's the next 3 games.
Yeah.
Thunder.
And who else? Sorry, Ryan.
Yeah, it's Thunder, Heat, Kings. That's the next 3. Then the Knicks got the Bulls. Bulls are trying to fight in for a playing spot, so Bulls are gonna be playing. Then the Bucks, Bulls again, Celtics, before we get a break against the Nets, and then the Bulls end the season.
Why are we playing the Bulls like 600 times at the end of the season?
I have no idea. We played Bulls like 3 of our last 6 games.
Yeah, I gotta remember that first half of the season, all we played was really Milwaukee and Boston.
Yeah,
remember we like
still
Milwaukee, Boston.
Yeah, that is true. and we still got one more against Milwaukee and Celtics coming up.
Yeah, they left the last one all the way at the end. I'm telling you. Adam Silver talk about here, Knick fan. That is yet to be proven.
Ooh, you liar.
That is yet to be proven.
Yet to be proven.
You can't tell it. You're gonna make us start the game means the season playing Milwaukee and Boston all the time, and then it was like, nah, we're gonna save that last one when you're trying to get your playoff seeded.
And exactly. And don't forget, guys, how this season even started. We had like the 3rd hardest schedule in the league, where we had some. We had what? Then we had some insane amount of games on the road, like 9 games on the road, or something like that. It was the most back-to-backs in the league, with the most games against teams over 500. We overcame all of that in the beginning of the season, and we look back, we like, oh, we still over 500. Yeah, it's like, and then we lost Mitch, and we were still over 500. So even with all the things that's going wrong against us, for us to be a few games from 50 wins with no Mitch, no Randle for a huge point, no OG, we really had 3 or 4 different versions of this Knicks team. We had one of the toughest schedules to start in the NBA. It's damn near a miracle. It's damn near a miracle that we even here right now, and number 3 in the East, and Randle's missed half the season.
Facts, and don't forget, we played an extra game against the Bucks too, because we had to face them dudes in the in-season tournament as well. So we had an extra game against the Bucks.
So we definitely did.
We still doing all right.
My thing is the team that we're trying to catch, the Milwaukee Bucks. Their schedule gets a lot more. It gets a little relaxed. But again, this league at this time, everybody's banged up and people are playing, the people that are playing in their spot, they're playing hard still. They're in the NBA for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So you see Milwaukee, they we were the only team in the top, 3 or 4 that was on a winning streak. Everybody else is pretty much was struggling because they're
Depleted. Mm-hmm.
yeah, their league, I mean their schedule got a little tougher, but I think the only person the Cavs schedule doesn't lay off. The rest of their schedule is pretty tough. But I remember Milwaukee, they play like Memphis, they play like Atlanta, Memphis, if I'm correct, and another, like they're a bad team.
Don't
I'm gonna
man,
look it up.
listen. Atlanta's out here quietly taking
Yeah,
names.
not yeah.
Yeah,
They playing for their life.
Atlanta
They
been
helped
giving
us out.
Atlanta been giving the Celtics fits. I think Atlanta beat Celtics the last couple of games that they played them.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta got their number, huh?
Atlanta got
Yeah.
a couple of people's numbers. Shoot, they kind of bought the DeJounte figuring out, and that what's the JJ name? I keep forgetting his name. James
Johnson.
Johnson.
Johnson. Yeah, Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson. Yeah, he's balling out there, looking like 3-and-D specialist. So yeah, man, Atlanta can upset
Balling,
some
yeah.
games.
I'm not. That's a game they could possibly lose. You get what I'm saying?
It's
Atlanta plays physical, and I don't see anybody. They don't, and Milwaukee don't play defense. So, and maybe DeJounte Murray was onto something. He was complaining about not having the ball in his hands, and what was going on over there in Atlanta. And we was trying to call him a crybaby and things of that nature. And then Trey go out, and they start winning games. So,
I mean,
I mean, is Lollipop on his way out?
Might be on his
maybe
way to
Dirty
LA or
Lollipop
something.
might be in a Laker uniform. That's what the rumors are.
That's what the rumors are. Everybody got rumors. I don't know how the Lakers be every rumor with one second-round pick in their arsenal. Like they always
Right.
make some rumor with no assets for the last 2 or 3 years.
I always pull out a trade like how did they accept that? But this is Milwaukee's next couple of people before they play us. It's Atlanta, Washington, who's also been playing very well. Memphis and Toronto. Those are the 4 games they have before they play us.
Listen,
and we're their
man,
5th
I'm cool
game.
with 3. I'm cool. I'm cool with 3. It's fine. I'm cool with 3. Just get healthy. Hopefully Mitch is okay. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah.
Him tweaking his leg in that 4th quarter and playing through it. He made it through the game. Hoping he wakes up tomorrow morning and feels okay.
Yeah, me too. I was kind of worried about that from the get-go. I noticed him limping, giddy up, and before he hurt himself, like he had a little limp, and I seen that he's still working into game shape. He ain't nowhere near into game shape. That baby struggling. He's tired and trying to get up and down the court. He's like, I gotta chase this gazelle.
Exactly. That's why I told y'all. Like, I remember telling y'all, I was like, you gotta give Mitch some time. A man has not played basketball.
Sometimes, and even so, because he was so tired, them legs, that lob he got when he tipped it with game shaped legs, that's a dunk. Easy.
Yeah.
You know that's a dunk. Easily. So he gotta get them legs together.
Yeah, and anyone who's played any kind of sport, I don't care what sport you play, whether it's basketball, football, whatever the case may be, anything at a competitive level, everyone knows you can do all the cardio you can do when you're recovering from an injury, but that don't mean anything.
Nope.
The only way you get back in game shape is actually playing the game. That's the only way.
Yeah, facts. I had
game shape is different.
It is. It is. I had a major injury in my ball career. And like you said, no, it doesn't matter how much running you could do. It doesn't matter. Once you get into that fast-paced game where it's up and down, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. You know how stop and go can get because you stop and your muscles start reacting and things of that nature start getting sore and all this other stuff. But yeah, I didn't play much minutes. My first game back. It happens. It happens. I broke my tailbone and I fell once and my coach snatched me so fast it was ridiculous. I broke my tailbone taking the charge,
That's
and when I my
crazy.
first like my second or third play back, I took a charge. He's like, sit your arm down.
Like, damn you, Brunson. This instinct. That was like, I kind of feel like Clyde said that same thing about Brunson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
Game
was
ago.
last game. Yeah.
Brunson, you're up 40. Why are you taking a charge in the fourth
But
quarter when you're up 40?
I
Yeah.
understand Brunson very much because he only knows how to play one way.
Yeah.
He only knows how to play one way, and that's hard. So even when he's play around games, he ain't thinking about a play around game.
Yeah.
He's playing hard, you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
I respect it.
Well, your coach is right. Sit
Yeah.
your ass down, Ebony.
Yes, for real. He was like,
Yeah.
snatched me so fast. I didn't see the rest of that game. I didn't see the rest of that game. He was like, we winning. We don't sit your behind down. That was it. That was it.
Yeah, and speaking of Brunson, so it just popped up to me. I think there was this play he made, which to me I feel like is the play of the damn game because I feel like when you see a star player do things like that, it just inspires the rest of the team. When I think someone got their hand on the ball, it was a loose ball, and Wemby was going down to get the ball, and Brunson dove on the floor, got the ball, and I think he passed the ball off to Dante, to start the fast break. Like when you see a star player do plays like that, it just inspires the whole team to play that way. And that's what I'm talking about with the culture. Like the culture's from top to bottom. Like if you got your star player even diving on the floor and getting balls. Like if you see a star player doing if you see a star player doing that, the rest of the team just
falls in line.
Yeah, exactly. They fall in line. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's facts. And I just wanted to touch on one thing too about the iHeart. A lot of the iHeart Mitch debate was because of the way they're guarded. And I don't see much of a difference really when it comes to that. And I understand why teams play up on us now. Even with iHeart, you have to, because if you don't, you give Brunson an easy three. Wemby found that out. You know, he tried to play iHeart in the paint. iHeart sets a pick.
Hit that three.
Brunson gets this wide open three. They stop. That was it. Okay, we got to play up now. I'm not doing that no more. You get what I'm saying? So again, and they did the same thing with Mitch. He set the picks. They had to come with them, and that's what I mean by the spacing and having the shooters will be different for Mitch in this system. You know, it's because they can't afford to drop down. If they do that on Dante DiVincenzo, on Miles McBride, on Brunson, on supposedly Bogey and Alec Burke, join the party, please. if you do it on them, you know, you can't drop back because you give them easy looks.
Exactly.
So they have to come with the center.
Exactly. I said this last post game. Ebony. When Mitch is setting picks, if you can throw that lob, that's gonna open up things for three. Because people talk about not Mitch being not creating space. If we have a proper lob throwing center and you can properly throw that lob, it creates space for you guys. What do we call it? What do you call those things? Vertical floor spacing. That's what it's called. Vertical floor spacing. Because what happens is if you have a guy dive into the basket, help has to come. And where does the help come from? Help comes from the corners. And who we have in the corners? Dante DiVincenzo, and we got Dennis McBride. So,
and it's funny you say that, Jay, because we had a play like that where the ball was moving and Mitch Robinson had cut to the basket, and it was able to the defender on the baseline had to drop down, of course. And he does, and it gives Dante DiVincenzo an open three that he hit. I'm not sure if that was his tie-in or whatever, but you know, it was one of his threes today. So yeah, definitely on point with that. That will definitely help us.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, hopefully this is okay. Get that stamina up so you can get some good defense and some more open threes that we get. And it's encouraging to see more lobs getting thrown to Mitch so early. It was apparent. First game back, he had 8 points in like 8 minutes. And when I saw that, I'm thinking in my head, man, 8 points in 8 minutes. I remember once upon a time he go the whole game and have 8 points. Now he got 8 points in 8 minutes. It's like,
And one thing that I noticed too, from the last game, because I missed the post game, I wanted to tell y'all, it was Bogey got his first three of the game, his first points of the game off of what? A Mitchell Robinson screen. Set him right up, opened it right up. But
yeah,
whatever.
We just need to hit him.
Like State would say, what about the spacing? The spacing.
Man,
You have me crack up with that.
I just need Bogey to play well in important games. Like I feel like Bogey played well for one important game, and then every time he scored after that was like when the games were like already out of hand. We didn't really need much. I'm like, I need you to play when the game is on. I'm tired of you airballing when the game is on and breaking when we need actual scoring. I'm tired of that.
Exactly. Brooklyn don't need no more brownstones. We already got too many.
We already got too many. Although we do need more housing here, so maybe you should keep shooting. But yo, salute to the chat, man. Like this show, hit like and subscribe. Shout out to Felicia Lee's in the head kicking it with us at midnight. And guess what, man? You know what the time it is? It is time now for the bruh picks, man. Bruh picks for you guys that don't know are usually the worst plays of the game. Sometimes it doesn't have to be this game. It could be any game that happened recently. And sometimes a bruh pick is just something stupid, something dumb. Like who, guys?
Paul Pierce.
Paul
Pierce. You gotta get the Paul
Pierce.
Just for breathing. All right.
Exactly. And one more. Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas. I'm gonna add one too, just because she don't never say anything intelligent. Holly Rowe. Put Holly Rowe up.
Bruh. You get it, bro.
I remember somebody in the chat said, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Picks for Timmy. He had said that Jeff Green haircut, his hairline, or he won't let it go. It should be bro pick every time.
Damn. There's too many players. There's too many players like that in the league right now. You're like Chris Paul, do let it go? LeBron, JB, let it go? Like there's a lot of them in the league.
There's a lot of let it go.
Your roof is missing.
Your roof is missing. And the Jeff Green one is still man. This is deceptive. Like I don't know why God did him that way, where he got because usually for guys, the guys, the corners be going first. His corners are straight, right? Hairline straight, right?
It's the top.
And then the top is the roof is missing. Look like he blew he got mad one day.
Pull up with my ceiling missing.
Oh man. Evil. Oh man.
Go ahead. I know you got the bruh picks though, Ryan. You got the clip. You got the rocket launcher.
So surprisingly, only got one in the clip tonight. Only one in the clip. Tonight, my bruh pick goes to, and it seems like this dude's been picking up the bruh picks as of late. Draymond Green.
Bruh.
I don't know what it is with Draymond Green. I don't know. Like it seems like this guy has an affinity for nuts or something because tonight.
No diddy.
Tonight against the Hornets, you already know him and Grant Williams already got something going on. Like them two don't like each other. So Grant Williams is guarding Draymond Green, and Grant Williams is guarding him, not giving him no type of space whatsoever. Draymond Green's trying to create space. So he's kind of like holding the ball up in the air and kind of swinging around his body. And all of a sudden he makes a kicking action towards Grant Williams' nuts. It didn't connect. But it's like, come on, Draymond. Like, come on, dog. Like, why do you keep going for the nuts? Like, what is it with you and nuts? I don't understand. I don't get it. Come on, Draymond. Do better.
Bruh.
Do better.
He gonna say it was a basketball move.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he
I like Draymond, but it's coming to a point where even it feels like that Kanye point when I was a big Kanye fan, college dropout, and then it's just like I can't do it no more, Kanye. Like I can't do it no more.
Supremacists overnight, and then after that, sold the gospel album. Where are you?
Start his own church. Said I'm gonna
But
start my own religion type thing. He said I'm
Exactly.
Scientology.
And then rapped about
you
porn
know,
right after that.
whatever.
I don't know.
But
Kanye's all over the place.
oh,
But nah, I agree with you, man. Draymond Green making Steph Curry cry all over again, man. Get it together.
like Steph, I understand. I understand what it is to cry? You know, be the person that cry. I'm similar. That cries when you get angry. And I knew when I seen that clip that when I looked at the box score that he was gonna have a lot of points because those people like that. Yeah,
Take the
now
emotion
I'm
out on the
mad.
court. Yeah.
I'm going to go crazy because I feel me personally, I feel like you made me cry. Now, now it's on and off popping. Like you got control of my emotions. I'm gonna make you pay, kind of thing. And I knew it. He was gonna go off. And for those, okay, you finished. I got another bro pick off of that actually.
Oh, he said only got one, so you good.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I only got one.
Since we keep it on, my other bro pick has to be Jay Williams. So talking about controlling another grown man.
Bruh.
What? And it's affecting Steph's leadership? You mean the Steph that led these same people to a championship? What you want him to do with declining Draymond Green? What you want him to do? Was somebody controlling? I don't want to get to that. He had an accident, but did somebody not tell you not to do that? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, control.
He said.
Come
he
on.
said people called this line questioning Steph. So I'm questioning his whole circle. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, exactly.
That's weird.
Like I don't know what they expect Steph to do. What, take out the belt and beat Draymond for getting
the Jordan Poole. Like, what are you gonna do with Draymond?
Yeah.
I don't know what they was expecting to happen. I don't know what, but that is nutty. These are grown people. You know, they make their decisions. You should be talking about Draymond and his decision making. Leave Steph out of it. Like, I know Steph is had a great career, storybook career. It's hard to pinpoint negative stuff with him. So now you got to make it. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Jay Williams, that was goof troop material. Don't do that. All right.
Yeah, bro.
My second my second one is Scoot Henderson today. Did y'all get to check out that Miami Heat Portland game?
What happened with Scoot?
I checked out the score at 8 in third quarter, and it was 84. The score was 84-45.
Jesus.
In the third quarter, right?
What?
Yes, 84-45 was the score in the third when I checked it out, and it was 9 minutes. It was 9 minutes left in the third quarter.
Oh my God.
You, right? So that's that. And my man Scoot Henderson has the NBA record NBA history as the lowest plus minus in NBA history, y'all. My man went -58 today.
Damn.
Yo.
Bruh.
I don't know what he was doing, but -58.
Wow. Chauncey Billups is like, grow through it. That's crazy.
Damn.
Let's see. He had 20 points, right? He did have 20 points. Went 8 for 18, 1 for 5. So that must mean somebody was just cooking him.
Yeah,
probably.
He ain't playing no defense.
Yeah.
The straight
guarding Jimmy. Like, what was
Cone. I don't know who he was guarding.
If he had 20 and he's a -54, did somebody score
58?
Like,
-58.
That means when he was on the floor, he contributed 20 points and the Heat dropped 78 on him when he was on the floor, which is crazy.
He got his math real quick.
Ryan G be the math guy. I'm not the math guy. Shout out to Ryan G.
Yeah, me neither. That was my worst subject. I don't pretend to. Calculator, is that you?
Exactly. Shout out to my aunt. He helped me out in high school.
Yeah, I was a finance minor in college, so I could do a little maths, a little bit.
I made
you need to be next to me in my math classes and tests. Exactly. My last bro pick I guess it could be because it's for both. Is the refs. I had to give it to them. I had to give the refs the bro pick today.
I already know
you don't want to influence the game by calling the text when Popovich is damn near he's begging you to call him tech on him. literally in your face, chased you down to the
That was a
sideline
game-winning
baseline area.
non-call right there.
He had 4 people in front of him holding him back. Nothing. Okay, because they don't want to influence the game. I got you. Cool. Devin was Devin? No, I'm sorry. I'm getting them all confused.
Well,
Keldon Johnson. Yeah, there you go. Fouls hard. They show it replayed. And we see it's a foul. Jumping up and down. If that was anybody on the Knicks, the first jump, what? He got 3 of them joints, 4. Jumping up and down like a pogo stick. Nothing. But you call, first of all, I don't know, that tip-in with Dante and Mitch, that was questionable. I thought that was a question. I thought that was pretty good timing. Not unless Dante DiVincenzo had went up under the rim.
Yeah.
And yeah, just in the whole jump ball fiasco.
The jump ball one was weird to me.
Yeah, well, that one was crazy. Yeah,
that one was weird. I was like, wait, a violation? First of all, the jump was ass.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So like, you can't even go a violation if the jump actually, like the actual toss was ass.
Exactly.
And that's what Mitch was saying. The first thing he said, I could see it. He was talking about it. He's like, "There's a bad, like it's terrible. That was a bad toss.
Retoss the ball."
Yeah.
and the craziest part, again, it was late in the quarter. If they really wanted to, they could have looked that over. Can't you? Because the referees in the was the last 2 minutes, right? They can review if they feel it's questionable or not. Nothing. Just we trying to go home. Ooh. So you don't want you ain't want to influence the game earlier. What changed now over time? You trying to get home? What's going on?
Yeah.
So that's that. So that leads into my other part, which is still the refs, because and it should be the Lakers too, the ref and the Lakers, because the Lakers lost still with the free throw disparity of 43-16.
Wow.
43 and Pacers had 16, and they still lost.
You know, I did that remind me. I did see a stat the other day where they were talking about, like, I guess like two players, like two players on a team together, and the discrepancy of free throws, like, against their opponents, and they had Anthony Davis and LeBron James on top by a huge margin. I think they had like plus like 1,000 free throws compared to their opponents, and they were on top by a huge margin. I think second place had like plus 500 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. You gonna call those fouls for LeBron and AD? That's for sure.
Yeah, it said, okay, I got stat muse here. It says the Lakers have a plus 420 free throw attempt differential this season. The second place team are the Bucks at plus 222. That is a huge difference. You cannot pause. And Austin Reeves, I was about to say blow on them. Austin, no Diddy. Austin Reeves gets a better whistle than Brunson does.
Yeah.
Easily.
It's nuts.
Easily. Austin Reeves does. Like, you can't blow on none of them players. No Diddy. None of them. None.
Oh, man.
Like,
shout out to Picture.
Victor, in a minute, that's going to be Wimbyana. I don't even know how to say the name wrong. Victor.
Yeah, today. Yeah, tonight.
Oh,
dude, I'm telling you, little flailing gazelle falling all over.
Yeah.
Like he tripping over his own feet.
Yeah, man. Remind me of old school Gallinari. That's what remind me of. When he used to flail his little fake flails to get to the whistle. It was so BS. I loved it when he was in the Knicks.
Yeah.
Yo,
I can't.
listen to me. Bruh. He said bruh for Cole and Drake making us wait so long to reply to that Kendrick diss. You know what? I'm still gonna give Cole some more time.
I give Cole some time.
I'm gonna give Cole some more time. I do not like the fact that Drake, though, is on Instagram, Twitter fingering his response. After you made a song about me talking about he's a Twitter fingers, like, stop all the tweeting, get in the booth and rap. I don't want to see no damn Instagram baddie captions replying to Kendrick Lamar. Like, that's some wild.
Yeah.
That's wild stuff.
I'm gonna chime in on this because I feel the same way. Every time, so a good bruh pick too. Every time 10 picks for Timmy. Every time somebody of substance come back at you, he want to do spoken words and stuff. Every time he on tour doing a spoken word. If you don't get in the booth, he called you out.
You know
you give him J. Cole, you know, he been tooting his own horn for a minute. Like he go back, like y'all ain't ready for me, blah blah blah. So he's spitting it, and I'm, you know, at these rappers basically, I'm waiting for it. I'm gonna give him grace. But Mr. Drake, it's you talking as soon as a woman got beef with you, they in your song. Quick, fast, in a hurry, you got them in the song. Talk about Meg, they ain't had nothing to do with you, but you talking to her chatty patty. You being a chatty patty, right? Drake, I don't like Drake if y'all ain't see, right?
Yeah.
you being a chatty patty. If you don't get in the booth with your prima donna self.
You know what? I give him credit. I give him a credit for who I give him credit for. I give him credit for Common. Like he did take out Common when he had beef with Common back in the day with the Serena thing.
Mm-hmm.
Noticing a trend there though. And then he beat the Meek though, but Meek ain't a lyricist. Even the L he took, Pusha T destroyed him, but at least it responded. You know what I'm saying? At least it responded, even though half the track was about Kanye. At least it responded. I just get off Instagram, man. Get off Instagram. Get in the booth.
Facts.
Man, the boogeyman Kendrick kind of scaring you, looking like. That's what it's looking like in the light to me, anyway.
He's scared. It looked like he's scared of everybody. Didn't Big Sean just call him out too? So.
Oh damn.
Big Sean called him out.
Everybody calling him out. Future got a whole him and Metro Boomin album. Somebody posted Drake's last album and his titles, and then they posted their titles. Metro Boomin and Future's title, and every song that Drake made, they made like an answer to it on theirs. So hold, if I could find it, I definitely pull it up. Let me see if I can find it though.
Got you. I've been into this, yo. This is one channel. They did a whole breakdown of every Drake and Kendrick diss to each other over the last like how many years. Amazing production too. That joint should look like it should be on TV. Like for real. Like the way he had the animations. I was like, yo, this kid is great. And he breaks down all of that. So shout out to that guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can
find it. He also broke down the Kendrick J. Cole semi-static.
I'm a Cole fan. I take J. Cole. I'm picking the side. I pick J. Cole, I guess. Let's see. I'm excited to see where this goes. It reminds me of that
slouch, man. I'm not gonna hold, but J. Cole been rapping lately, so I don't know.
Yeah, Kendrick definitely no slouch, but I'm more of a J. Cole fan, so I would side with J. Cole as well.
Picking the side.
Yeah, I want to see J. Cole getting it. I do. All right, yo.
Drake, stop talking and get in the booth.
Get in the booth, damn it.
With an F, the booth.
The
booth. Yeah. All right, yo. That's our show. Ended our basketball talk with some hip hop beef. Hopefully wake up to a response. That'll be great tomorrow. All right. But thank you guys for watching. Oh my gosh. You're right. It's a 420 super chat says happy birthday to Clyde, the God. Y'all lost on his birthday.
Sir.
Boo. Yeah, I was mad. Lose on Clyde birthday.
Is that?
Clyde birthday. I meant to say go. I want to say real quick, we forgot. Jalen Brunson is the first player since Allen Houston. Knick player since Allen Houston to have 2 50-point games in one season.
Yep.
He has 8 40-point games, and he's number 3 on that list. I think it was Bernard King, and I forgot who was it. Pat? Somebody else was up there.
Patrick Ewing was above him too. I think Patrick Ewing had 11. I think.
It was like 11 and 13. Was 13 and 11. So those are the 2 above him for most in the season for a Knick.
So it's cemented, man. Cemented. He's gonna be one of those greatest Knicks ever when it's all said and done. So salute to Jalen Brunson. Wish we got that dub for you and Clyde's birthday.
Clyde, for real. He trying to show out for Clyde, and we couldn't get that dub.
Yeah. Clyde don't even be doing on the road games. The hell?
I know, right? My man made a road game in San Antonio. Though San Antonio is a pretty cool city, though. So
He's like, oh, it's
the food
warm,
is
so
good.
made me come here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So Monica, you can do the Utah. I'm going to San
For real.
Antonio.
Utah, Minnesota, all those
Portland,
games.
that's all you.
That's all you,
Yeah.
Monica. Yeah. Get your practice in. And bring it.
For
Bring
real.
your fur.
He's funny.
Oh man. All right, yo. Salute to the chat, yo. Thank you guys for watching, man. Good show, guys, despite the loss. Yeah. And Ebony, let them know where they can find you.
You can find me here, post game. You can find me pre-game on X at Your Take Knicks, at Mad Knick Fan, Instagram Mad Knick Fan, and Twitch Mad Knick Fan. I'm still trying to figure out all that, but you know I'm getting better.
Right.
I'm getting better. And yeah, in Liberty season, you know, balling with the Queens on Twitter space. So after every Liberty game.
All right, Ryan, you don't know where they can find you, man.
You can find me on Twitter at RyanGKOT. You can also find me on Instagram at Sir G is chilling.
Sir G is chilling.
That's SIR. G is CHILLIN.
All right, you can find us at the KLT Show on Twitter, the Knick of Time Show on Instagram, and the Knick of Time Show on Facebook. That's the show. They say y'all have a favorite. Oh, that's right, Easter. That's the show, guys. We out of here. Peace.
New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.